Oh, hello guys, and welcome back to the Urban Butchery channel. On today's show, we're going to be doing something really special and quite close to my heart since I started off as a pork butcher. We're going to be doing the pork belly. I'm going to show you how to single bone it, I'm going to show you how to score it, and ultimately how to roll it. So, without further ado, let's move over to the butcher's garden and bottoms up, heads down, let's crack on. Hi guys, and welcome back. So here we are, the star of the show, a beautiful piece of belly pork. Now this is a massively versatile piece of meat. We can use the fleur fat, which is on the top here. We can use that for tying on fat. We can use it for sausages. We can render it down. It's just fantastic. Then we move on to the belly pork itself. Fantastic sausage meat. We get a beautiful joint from this part here. We can get belly pork slices. We can get spare ribs. And we can get a beautiful belly pork joint, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So the first step, what we need to take, is to remove what we call the fleur fat. Always maintain the edge of your knife. So the first cut that we're going to do is just along here, so just using the tip of the knife, which is only that much. Just draw the knife along nice and gentle. You don't want to go too deep to cut the underlying muscle. Put the knife down, and then we just grab hold of this corner of the fleur fat and just loosen that a little bit more, and we should be able to pull this away. What we're going to do, we'll render that down and we'll make some lard with it. What we have here, we have the diaphragm skirt here, so we're going to take that off, point of the knife again, just to the end, move it down very gently. You will come across some little knobbly bits of the bones there, we just go over those. And then we'll just take that off. The next step, if I turn it this way for you, and we're going to reveal the ends of these rib bones here. So we start from the small bone at the end, not the big end, and we just move our way down, making sure our hands are out the way. So what we're looking for, you can just see them coming into play now, is these gristle parts on the end here, the end of the ribs. So I've just got my knife nice and flat, just running across the top. This is a Victorinox 6-inch flexible knife, by the way. Excellent knife for this. You can use a 5-inch if you wish. Now I could sheet all this out and we could have this as spare ribs, but because I want to utilise all the meat and all these intercostal muscles going in between the ribs here, we're going to single bone these. But before we can do that, I just want to release this meat here, just on the end of the sternum. Just really take our time with this, no rush. Nice bit of sausage meat there. And then just for this part here, we're just going to go through these joints here. So point your knife where this knobble is here, just beyond the knobble, and just push down. Nice and gentle, like that. Just push through that one as well. And now we're going to remove the sternum part. Just following the bone with the point of the knife, and we'll trim that up a little bit later on. So the next step, we're going to debone this, single bone it. I'll turn it that way for you. So this is what we call the dagger grip. So we'll start with a small one on the end here, take that one off, and this one. Now this is really good practice for your point work and just getting that feel for the knife. And I'm going very gentle here, one bone at a time. Now once we start getting to this bone here, the cartilage starts to come into play, so we're going to have to follow this bone down and around the cartilage as well. just take that off, and now we're going to have to follow the cartilage along. So nice and gentle here, twist your wrist round and come out. Down we go, twist your wrist round and come out. There we go, you start to see the shape there. Start again. There we go. Like I say, a very satisfying job to do. Something you can do in your own kitchen. No issue. So we'll just check for the small bone on the end here. And then we'll check again, see, make sure there's nothing on this end either. So there we go. I'll just run my fingers in between these intercostal muscles. Just feel for any bone chips. This part of your hand here is very sensitive. And an old butcher that I used to work with called Cliff Duxbury, he said always use that. He said that will pick up bone chips, anything that you might not see. So don't be afraid, just rub your hand over it. I'll pick something up just there then. Let's take that out. And there we have it. So there's your deboned belly pork. Now I'm just going to straighten this end off. This is rather a big belly. If I show you, it's a beautiful piece of belly. If I just cut you one slice off, I mean, just look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. That fried up, oh my god, superb. Of course you can see we've got these nipple parts here. And what I like to do is just to straight line through the rind, keeping it straight with this side. Just bring that along and then just cut underneath. I'll turn it that way for you, and you can see. And then just run my knife underneath just to get rid of those pieces there. That's one side. Check it over. A little bit there. Go. Excellent. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to score this bit of it. Bit of edge maintenance, especially on the point. Now I'm going to score. Now there's a couple of reasons why we score this. I mean, firstly, it enables us to cut through it if we needed to, like that. And the other reason is you can peel strips off of the crackling and give it out when you're actually presenting the meal. The way to score is just the point of your knife, that part there. Now what I would suggest is that you go halfway, work your way along halfway, turn it round and then match up your lines as you go down there. Another little urban butchery hack is that if you do your score lines equal distances apart, you can then make sure that your string goes equal distances apart as well. So let's give it a go. So we go halfway through. Just scoring through, not too deep. You don't want to go into that underlying muscle. The thing is, if you score into the muscle, and then when the joint's cooking, all the juices start to run out of it, and then it can contribute to drying up of the joint. So we don't want to do that. It's also classed as bad practice as well. So nice and steady. Take your time about this. Make sure your hand's out the way. Make sure your knife's sharp enough for doing this. There we go. Hope you can see that. Now we're going to turn it round like that, and we're just going to match up the lines. A bit more edge maintenance. So match the lines up. See, 1, 2, 3. Keeping it nice and straight. Of course, you could diamond score this as well. That is a little bit more difficult, but if you wish to do that, you could do that. So there we go. So this piece that we cut off here, I'm just going to trim the rind off. And then we'll just pop that into there because we want to use the whole belly for this. So the next step, we're going to roll it over. As you see, there's quite a considerable amount of fat on this, but I mean that will add to the flavour. It will be superb, and it will render down during the cooking process as well, so don't be too frightened of that. So let's tie this beauty up then. So we've got our butcher's twine. I'm going to start from the middle on this one. Come over. Urban Butchery speed knot. You hear the knot click through. Put your string onto the next line. So we're going to put quite a number of strings on this one. There's a different way of tying this up, which I'll show you in a later video, which is a little bit more fancy. See how quick that knot is. Really handy for when you're tying bacon or you're doing gammons at Christmas. Most butchers will know all about gammons at Christmas. Quite to this end now. It's coming together quite nicely. So speed things up a little bit here. I do love the sound of that string when it's under tension and then you get the click of the knot. It's very satisfying. And what we're going to do with this, once we've boned and rolled it, we're going to cut it into nice usable joints. And don't forget what I said, you can go to your local butcher, he will prepare this for you, no issue, no problems. A lovely rolled belly of pork. A little bit of edge maintenance. Isn't that a beautiful sound? Now I'm just going to trim off the ends, just this end here, just to square it up. Ask any butcher in any shop, they say the face of the meat sells the meat. So I'll just take this off. What a beautiful sharp knife there. So there we are, there we have it, a beautiful rolled belly of pork. So now I'm going to cut it into, say, 3 joints out of that. So we start there, so I'll cut down the middle of there, to see how sharp my knife is. Keep your hands together now, and push through, right through to the bottom. And then, again. Once you get to that stage, put your hand over the top, cut down nice and straight. And there you have it, guys. Beautiful boned and rolled belly of pork. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed doing it. If you did, then please press the subscribe button, and if you've got any comments, then leave them in the box below and I'll answer them if I possibly can. And I'll catch you next time on the Urban Butchery channel. Skills for life.